Hi y'all, it's your girl Bad Luck Kitty, or you can call me.
Hello, I'm Bad Luck Kitty, and welcome back to
Hey y'all, it's your girl Bad Luck Kitty, or you can call me Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. Let me tell y'all what happened. Let me tell y'all this story. Give me a second. Let me get it set up. Like, I'm literally telling this story like right now as it happened to me, and because I want y'all to hear this, right? I want y'all to hear this because it's crazy. Like, I didn't even fun crazy child. Listen, it's been a morning. It has been a morning. I hope my sound is good. My mic is upstairs, but my housekeeper is currently here right now. So, you know, I stay our sisters away, okay? And so let me tell you a story. So yesterday at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I woke up from an accidental nap. And I woke up and something was happening yesterday. Like my WhatsApp was tripping or whatever. So my phone was on the charger and I woke up and then I had like just 20 messages pop up out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh snap. So I checked my messages and the landlord had messaged me. Now he and I have been going back and forth for a minute because I didn't have the account number. I didn't have the information for the CFE bill, right? And so I had been telling him like, hey, I have been here at this point 2 months. I'm like, I haven't received the CFE bill. I asked the guards if they seen one. They haven't seen one. There's not one in my, you know, at the meter or on the door, on the porch or anything, like nothing. I had not received CFE bill. But I'm knowing, if I tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure, CFE does not play about they coin, okay? So I'm like, hey, you know, so we've been going back and forth about the bill, right? And then at one point, my meter just stopped working altogether. Like, just wasn't registered anything. And he's like, he's trying to call and they're saying they didn't see anything, yada, yada, yada. I had to send him like my meter number, like the picture of my meter and the meter number and stuff like that. So he keep like, you know, trying to get me the bill or whatever, right? So long story short, we've been going back and forth for like the last, say, 30 days, 20, like the last, yeah, like 30 days, right? And so he sent me a message yesterday, 2:55, and he says, hey, this is your bill. He sends me a screenshot from CFE and he says, you have to pay today or they're gonna disconnect you tomorrow. So this was yesterday, okay? So the límite de pago, which is the last day to pay, was October 1st. Y'all, it's the 24th today, I think, 24th possibly. It's the 24th. It's the 24th. And so I'm like, okay. So I've been riding dirty on electricity for weeks now. And I'm like, okay. He sends the account number. He sends a message. He's like, you know, he apologized, says, I'm sorry. You know, I finally, you know, got them to come through, whatever, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, listen, okay. So I got anxiety, right? I have anxiety. You know how some people like, oh, I hate paying bills. I'm not that person. I am not that person. I ain't got no problem paying my bills, my rent, my what. I like my stuff to know everything gonna be okay. Okay, like I can't do that, right? So now I'm feeling some type of way because I'm like, oh my God, I need to go pay this bill, da 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 da. I need to make all this stuff happen, and I'm just like stressing, right? I'm just stressing. Some people are like, oh, well, just go pay it. Okay, when you have anxiety like I do, just like it ain't just that simple, right? It ain't that simple because my mind has every scenario that could possibly happen is gonna happen in my mind. So long story short, went to go pay the bill. Because the bill was past due, I could not pay it, right? They would not accept payment anywhere for it, right? And then the CFE, the lady, the guy there, the lady told me in Spanish, and I understood. She said, you have to go to CFE and see a person to pay the bill, right? And so it was a guy behind me, and he said, "Did you understand her?" And I said, "Yes." She said, I have to go to the office and pay in person." He said, "Yeah." He was like, "If your bill is past due," he was like, "by the time you pay it in a system, like unless you pay the teller, like the chances of you still getting disconnected are very high." He was like, I was like, "Yeah," but I showed him the message to my landlord. We communicated in Spanish. I showed him the message. I was like, "I just got this today." He told me I had to pay it today or they're gonna disconnect me tomorrow. He was like, "Yeah, well, you should have went and paid it, before the office closed." And I'm like, "Yeah, the office closed at 4:00." And I remember being on the phone with my homegirl, and it was like 3:50 something, and it was just like, okay. And I found out it closed at 4:00. I'm like, okay, I can't do nothing about it, so I'm gonna just go pay it. Or you can't pay it after the Limited de Pago. You cannot pay it at Walmart or OXXO or any other payment place. Like the pharmacy is where I went. You can pay it there, but you can't pay at any other alternative retailers, okay? You have to go pay at the CFE. You can pay at the CFE Mexico, which is the CFE automatic machine. You can pay there as long as you're not in disconnect status. So there is a grace period, all right? So you do have a little grace period. I don't know how long that is. At this point, I'm on 24 days of it. I don't say hold on to 24 days, but if you just be a few days late or whatever, you have a grace period, okay? So when I got there this morning, right, because last night I was stressing, I was stressing, I was like, Lord, I'm gonna wake up in a pool of sweat because my ceiling fan gonna be off, and I ain't gonna be, like, I need to make sure I charge my phone, I need to make sure I charge my laptop, and just so I can just have electricity so I can go down there and get my services reconnected, because it's just, listen, every scenario ran through my mind of me being up in here without no electricity, and like, I'ma just be miserable. Thank God it ain't that hot right now, but just the reality of the situation, I really could have been up in here without no lights if he had waited another day to like be on his P's and Q's. So I said, okay. So this morning, got up, went down there and got in line, baby. Like I got there, so Uber was tripping this morning. Now any other day I can get an Uber 5, 6, 10, 11 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Well, Uber gonna say 21 minutes. 21 minutes. I order at 7:48 this morning. 21 minutes. So by the time we get there, it's like 8:20 something or whatnot, and we gotta wait. That's all we can do. All we can do is wait. We wait, and I get up there. I give them the number, because again, I don't have a bill. I don't have an actual bill. So all I have is the service number. The number, numero de servicio is what it would say. That's your account number. And I get up there and I give it, whatever. And it's like, you disconnected. You got to pay a reconnection fee. And I said, okay. So in between leaving my house and getting the CFE, I was slotted for disconnection. So is what I'm thinking, right? So I get to CFE and they say you disconnect, you gotta pay 200 peso reconnection fee. It most likely will be reconnected today, but it takes 24 hours, up to 24 hours to get reconnected, right? So I'm like, shit, like, all right, but at least I know I'm good, right? At least I know I'm good, right? So it's not far from here. It's like 6 minutes from here. So get back to the house, and I walk in, and y'all can see right here, this lady's video. I'm gonna put her name up or whatever. I was watching her Christmas decor video. I love sis be laying down. Her house be laid out every single time. She got a little more traditional style, I'm a little boho, but I still like her Christmas decor. I still like all her holiday decor or her seasonal decor. I love it anyway. But yeah, she's still on this hour and something long video. It's still just running or whatever, support Black content creators. It's still running in the background. So I never got disconnected. So now CFE can hustle me for 200 pesos. I want my pesos back. But my air conditioning can run, the ceiling fan can run, my refrigerator is still hooked up. God is good. Things worked out, and it is what it is. And we just gonna say a win is a win this morning. That's how we gonna take it. A win is a win, because I could have been disconnected and not know nothing. So what's really important? Like, how do you circumvent this? If you are just moving into a place, get the account number. Now, I knew that everything was new. Like the meter had just been installed before I moved in, right? So I knew that, right? And I was like, okay, the bill should just pop up at any given time. So I'm cool. I know the system. I know how it goes. I know to pay my bill and all that other good stuff. However, if you are new here and you have never dealt with like CFE or never dealt with, get your account number or get at least a picture of the previous bill. You want to see the previous bill anyway, because you want to see, kind of how they're, you can look on the back of it and it'll show you like the usage or whatever. So if somebody else was previously living there, you'll know what their consumption looked like and what their bills was looking like and what they were being charged per kilowatt or whatnot. So you need to get the previous bill, but at a minimum, if you don't get the previous bill, you need the account number, preferably a picture of a previous bill. It don't even matter when the bill came or whatnot. You just need a picture of the bill so you can get the account number. And if you don't get one in a bill in the mail, you can't just say here like, oh, they ain't never sent me no bill, yada, yada, yada. That don't work here. It does not work here. Y'all ain't sent me no bill. That don't work. You use electricity. You just gotta go. You gotta be on the lookout. You gotta be mindful of where the bill gonna come from. Because at my own place, they used to put it in my gate, And so then sometimes I would come outside and, my CFE or my JPay, which is the water bill, would just be blowing around on the patio because they stuck it in there and the wind blew it out the gate. Okay, so I didn't get my bill is not an excuse not to pay it. So you need that account number. And with that account number, you can do 3 things, all right? One is you can take the account number down there and pay CFE directly. Okay, that's one option. If you look up CFE near me, it will tell you I am in Concao. There is a CFE right there in just in the square. It's not directly in the square, but it's right there. So it's right there. You can go to Concao. I don't know if Cholula has one or not. Sorry, y'all, I'm just talking. My lips dry. Ooh, I'm sorry. So you can go to the CFE near you, okay? The other thing is there are CFE Mexicos, okay? Those are little ATM style machines. It says CFE. I know that there is an actual machine somewhere outside the CFE in Merida. There's actually a CFE Mexico, a machine here in Concao, and there's also a machine in Grand Plaza. I'm sure there are plenty more machines, but those are the 3 machines that I know about. And also, if you have the account number, you can actually go in there and print out the history, so you can see what the average history for utility services at your house have been, okay? The average cost of utilities at the house, or at that account, right? Which is per house or whatever, per meter. So what you can do is you can go to the machine, and then it'll say put your number, days of VCO, or you can scan the barcode, and then it'll pull it up, and then it'll ask you what you want to do, if you need to see the history or if you want to pay, and then you push pay, and then you can pay by card or you can pay with pesos at the machine. The only thing about the machine is I have been to the machine and the machine was full and no longer accepting bills, okay? And they only took a portion of my payment, but then the card reader didn't work. And then the other times I've been there and it was not accepting any bills, but I was able to pay with a card. So, just keep in mind with going to the machine, because it's very popular, because it doesn't have really restrictive time limits on it, because the CFE here is open from 11 a.m. in Concao from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you want to go like earlier and pay your bill, not 11 a.m., Lord Jesus, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you wanted to go earlier, like you was trying to go before work or go after or something like that, you could use the machine to pay the bill or whatnot. And then the third option is if it's before the Límite de Pago, the last day to pay, if it's before that, then you can pay it at Walmart, Farmacias, the OXXO, tons of little places. You will just see like Pharmacy at Isa, there's a sign outside the door, and it says, you know, CFE JPay, and it has all these other little things, Mercado Libre, all these other little things that you can pay there. And they charge like a nominal fee, 3 pesos, 8 pesos, 7 pesos, you know, for whatnot like that. So you have 3 options to pay your bill. The most important thing that you're gonna need is the service number, the numero de servicio, okay? That's what you're going to need to pay your bill. Oh, sorry, there are 4 options. You can also pay online, all right? And I said I'm gonna record it, but you can also pay online, and you can go online to set up your account and then download the app, and you can be notified like that. They will even email you when your bill is due. So since I got mine yesterday, I didn't even stress myself with going online to set it up, because I already know I wasn't going to accomplish what I needed to accomplish yesterday. So what I am going to do is, here in a few days, I'm going to set up my my account in the app and everything like that, and go ahead and do it. Now, one thing that I noticed before with my old address, when I did not have a Mexico bank account, it would not take my USA or USAA or my Capital One card. So I could not pay it for some reason with them. But then when I got Bancomer here, I got the BBVA account here, I was able to pay my account online. I don't know if that's still the same thing, and I don't know if that's possible. Someone said they pay with their American Express, but I did not try, so I cannot confirm that. So just keep those things in mind as well, okay? So yeah, that's my story. I know the video a little ragtag, but I wanted to share this experience because, hey, listen, there is no like hookup system here. There's no like no alternative. There's no extensions. You have to be ready to pay your bill when it comes. Now, this grace period being as long as it has been, that's okay. Okay, you know, you don't want to be in a situation where you don't know if your food is going to be cold in the refrigerator when you get back home. So it's kind of best, you know, and I know that there have been, you know, situations where you may be, you know, pay half your bills with this check or half with the other, you know, just kind of, you know, keep in mind, you know, how things work. So understand that with CFE, you can't call in and get any extensions. There are no resources for expats outside of GoFundMe and Phone a Friend to pay. So there are no social services like DHS or community-based organizations that will pay your utilities here. So you just have to be prepared, you know, when it hits. And the best way to be prepared, the best offense is defense, okay? So get all the information that you need and stay on your landlord about it. And, you know, and that's how you're going to be successful and not end up in this crazy situation that I got myself into. I really feel like I should have pressed him harder about it, because I was just only following up like every couple of days. I should have been like every day, like, yo, I need this idea. I should have been more urgent about it. So I own that. You know, I own that on me. Is my electricity. I'm using electricity. So I do feel like I should have been on him more, because I know how I get. I know I am, like, I need my stuff together when it comes to paying my bills. It's not because I don't need that additional stress. I got enough natural stress just in general. I don't need to be adding to it by not paying my bills, okay? So if you got any questions, comments, concerns, statements, if I missed another way to pay or something like that, please go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. Thank you to everyone who watches. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, bye.